Welcome back to the channel. Today we will be looking at who won these games. So this is the first review that I'm gonna go over. This will be I believe a 9-video series that I'll make my actual predictions on here. Based off of how well these second strings and third strings performed. So there were a few things I didn't expect about each of these games. So we're going to go game by game and talk about how they went. So the actual winner of the Lions-Bengals game was the Bengals. I predicted that correctly, but it was by 1 score instead of 2. So I was off by a score. But that doesn't really matter. Again, this was just to see how it. These were just shots in the dark. So yeah, the Bengals won their game, and the game was an interesting one. So if we take a look here, can we look at this game? Is there a way we can look at the final? Yeah, Gamecast. Go to Gamecast. As you can see, it wasn't very eventful. Detroit scored 2 field goals in the second quarter, while the Bengals scored a touchdown and a field goal in the first quarter. In terms of passing yards, the third string had more, even though we started with Burrow. Yeah, Burrow started, this is correct, and Flacco threw the only touchdown that the Bengals got in the entire game. And this game was honestly kind of disappointing. I thought that I tuned into it right because I was waiting for the Raiders Cardinals game. And let's just say that the Lions, both teams just look like complete butt out there. The Lions quarterbacks, both Altmaier and Dobbs, just did not look good. Yes, this guy did throw 2 picks. He did throw a touchdown. But he did throw 2 picks. It was genuinely awful. Now, one problem that the Bengals had was their O-line. So that O-line is just bad. It's just one of the worst O-lines in the league. I mean, Burrow's going to have a tough time. He's going to have a really tough time this season. He might get injured again. Flacco kicked major butt. He threw around that O-line really well. Here, let's take a look at this video real quick. See what happens. Yeah. All right. So we got. Ooh, look at that. Back up a little bit. Right there. Back it up. Pretty simple pass for a touchdown. I mean, how many yards was that? That was only like 4 yards, but like, yeah, that's still he had a pretty good drive that drive too. So Flacco's looking good. Burrow's looking bad, which sucks because Burrow's starting probably. But I don't know. If I was the Bengals head coach, I might start Flacco. Flacco's like kind of Aaron Rodgers level. He's like if Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins had a kid. Yeah, he's got pretty good quarterback intelligence, like Kirk Cousins, but he's old, like Rodgers. So like really old. Cousins is 37. I think both Flacco and Rodgers are like in their early 40s. But yeah. My overall take on this game was that the Bengals, they're just not looking very good heading into the season. I had them going 10-7 on my last prediction I made. I make predictions monthly. But I just don't see them doing as well as I thought they were going to. The Lions team, this is just their second strings. Nobody actually good played, so but people actually good played for the Bengals, and it's just it just sucked that Burrow opening drive was just bad. It was just bad, but yeah, this crappy third string um got most of the yards, which is crazy to me. Anyway, so next is the Packers Steelers game. I predicted the Steelers to win by a score, and they won by 3 scores. It was crazy. Let's go back to that. So let's take a look at this game. This game was a very interesting one. So Jordan Love started the game off with a drive leading to a field goal, and he looked pretty good out there, but I'm pretty sure that was the only drive he played. I'm not entirely sure. We can actually go down here and see if he played this one. He did not. McCord and Taylor played, and they both sucked. They did awful. This team is, yeah. Jordan Love looked good, and then they just had crappy, lucky field goal tries. Steelers were kicking major butt out there. Yeah, let's take a look at this Drew Aller clip, because my take from all this for the Steelers is that Mason Rudolph wasn't as great as I thought he was going to be. Will Howard was but Drew Aller was like really good. Look at that. Makes it down to the 2, I believe. Yep. Yep, and he scrambled. Yep. Pretty okay play. Yeah, short guy. Ooh, that was dangerous. Very risky pass right there, but he made it. So, yeah, yeah, he made 3 touchdowns, which is crazy, and he ran one of those in. So, yeah, that's crazy. This guy got 3 touchdowns in this game. So he carried the entire team on his back. Kind of. The Packers didn't score, and the reason was that defense, that Pittsburgh's defense, is just really good. Like, even the second strings are decent. Romeo Dobbs left this team last year, but he didn't play tonight. I don't obviously because he's not on this team. He's on the Patriots now. But yeah, I just think that the Steelers are looking a lot better than I thought they were gonna look. So, they definitely didn't win by 1 score. But I was right about both of these teams winning. Not right about the score. Was not right about the score. Oh gosh. But yeah, look, Drew Aller. Green Bay has a kicker. That is one thing that people, Green Bay Packers fans, are very excited about. They actually have a kicker in Trey Smack. Brandon McManus sucked last year. Missed that kick. Could have been a field goal tie game overtime for the Bears Packers game, but it wasn't because Kicker sucked. Brandon McManus is now should be out. I don't know if he's still on the team or not because I don't really follow that, but yeah, yeah. Look, the Steelers had dominated this game like crazy. If you take a look at the stats. Now we're gonna go to the next game, which is Patriots Colts. Now this one was a tie. I didn't really predict that. It was 0 scores. I just don't want to talk about this game. It was just bad. This was awful to watch. I literally skimmed through the highlights because that's how boring it was. Game starts out with Patriots making a field goal. Not immediately. Actually, yes. Immediately they made the field goal, and that was really good. Tommy DeVito was okay. He started off a little rusty, but he managed to get them to the end so they could kick a field goal. They missed a freaking field goal, which sucked, but whatever. There was a lot of fumbles in this game. There's a lot of fumbles in the Chargers game too, which we'll talk about. But there's also a pick by the Colts. It was Borgals. Not Borgals. Sorry. Leonard threw the pick. So yeah. Borgals. That's their freaking kicker. I'm an idiot. But yeah, if you take a look at the team stats, Colts had more yards overall. The quarterbacks both were kind of okay. I just don't want to talk that much about this game because it was just really, really boring. I did not like it. Anyway, this was the game I watched. This was the game I was really excited for. The Cardinals-Raiders game because I thought that Carson Beck was going to play. He did not play. Jacoby Brissett played for a little bit. And then every quarterback except for Carson Beck played. Brissett played. Minshew played. Minshew actually did really well in this game. I was pretty proud of him. I think he got a few touchdowns, or maybe he only got one. I don't remember, but this was easily the best game of the night. I liked it a lot. Cardinals always play fun games, even if they lose. But yeah, they're 1-1 right now, because they lost the preseason game to the Panthers. But yeah, so Fernando Mendoza had the highest yards. So here's how the game went. It was pretty standard. The Raiders had the ball. Kirk Cousins just had the first drive. He just went down to the end zone. Same thing happened with the Cardinals. That happened there too. So Fernando Mendoza's debut was quite mediocre in my opinion. I don't think that he did bad. He completed 10 out of 6 completions. And he got a touchdown. But he was kind of it's going to take him a while. It's really going to take him a while. I'm glad that they're starting Cousins instead of Mendoza because Cousins he locked in on that. He locked in when he played. But yeah, it's just I don't think Mendoza's ready. I really don't think Mendoza's ready. And that's okay. He's not a bad quarterback by any means, but he could definitely he has potential to become the next JJ McCarthy. And that's kind of scary for the Raiders. It's kind of scary for him. His little brother yapping on the game was funny. But yeah, it was 21-7. To 14 at the end of the first half. But yeah, Carson Beck had a way better debut than this guy. Um, he was also kind of up against a worse second string defense. Raiders defense has kind of been known for having a little bit more depth than other teams. But yeah, Cardinals cooked the entire time, like the entire time. Cover probability difference. I don't know the difference. Oh, Raiders were set to win this game. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm being autistic right now. Yeah. Um, Mike Washington did pretty good. Um, but yeah. So the Cardinals won, and it wasn't by a score like I thought it was gonna be. It was by 2 scores. So that's something. Haven't been right about a single one of these yet. And I'm not gonna be right about a single one of them. But I was right that the Cardinals did win their game. So, another thing I'd like to talk about before I um go is that the Cardinals quarterback depth is not that bad. Jacoby Brissett, he could have gotten top 10 yards if he played um all the games. If he played all the games, he would have gotten top 10 yards probably. Um Last year, I mean, like if he played the 5 games Kyler Murray did, combined their yards are over 4,000. So, and I think that Brissett probably would have gotten more yards than Murray in those first 5 games. So, because of that, I think that he would have had more yards than Josh freaking Allen. So, Jacoby Brissett, I don't like his attitude. I don't like his attitude at all. But he really is like a fine quarterback. He's not not good. He's decent, but he's not elite by any means. He's kind of like the Baker Mayfield of the NFC West. And then you have Gardner Minshew, who's okay. He did very well. He performed very well tonight, but overall he's okay. Then I don't know who the other guy is. Oh, Jeremiah Love, I just did not think he didn't do well tonight at all. I didn't think that Love cooked at all tonight. Like period. I think he just did bad. Um this game was still fun to watch though, no matter what. It was easily the best of the night. And I think that the Raiders are a lot more cooked than people are leading on. I think that Cousins could do them some favors, though. Definitely better than Geno Smith. So they could win, but I don't know. It's seeing what I saw from the Cardinals tonight with Jacoby Brissett play the first string and the second string and the fourth string play. Yeah, I just think that the Cardinals have a lot better quarterback depth than the other teams. O'Connell did fine as well. But yeah, I just think that Las Vegas is this actual game is going to be interesting because if it comes down to the like second strings, the Cardinals are easily just gonna beat the Raiders, and that's probably what's gonna happen. I think the Cardinals, that's definitely a game that I'm gonna have, is the Cardinals beating the Raiders when they actually play. So next up was the Texans Chargers. I predicted a Chargers win, and they did win. They won by a lot more than I thought they were gonna win by. They won by 3 scores. Yes, it was like the Packers Steelers game all over again. So it was a very disappointing game to watch until the last quarter. Um So a few takeaways from this game was that Lance played okay. He makes very risky plays. That is the big problem with Trey Lance. But overall, I don't think that he did bad. He got 3 touchdowns, I think. Did he get 3 touchdowns? Yeah. Well, he ran the ball in, I think, for all of them. Pretty sure he ran the ball in for all of them. Yep. Every single one was a run. Oh well, but Devontae Ross. Oh no, DJ was the one that did it. Yeah. I only watched the highlights for this game, but yeah, they dominated in yards. This is probably the most yards we had, which is crazy because these stats are not good at all. In terms of a single running back, this guy rushed more than like all his other players, not combined, but like is crazy. Um, the backup running backs for the Chargers are not looking too great because he had the most rushing yards. The Texans just sucked. Like their second strings are bad. Um, their second strings are bad, and I just think that that's going to be a problem with injuries in future games. I think that I had them going. I think it was 12-5. What did I have them going? I had them going 12-5, yes, and making the 3rd seed. I think that they could potentially make the 4th seed with how bad they're playing. But only time will tell. We'll see how they play next. And again, it's only the second strings. Stroud didn't play at all, and a lot of other players didn't play as well. But yeah, that's that game. And then this game was the game I got wrong. So the Titans won by 1 score. And I thought that the 49ers had one of the best backups in history. Not history, but they didn't, which is weird. So the way they started off the game was very interesting. They had Cam Ward play, and he immediately made a touchdown. So he played pretty good, but they mainly just ran the ball. Like they ran the ball the entire time. And they can't to Cam Ward, if you take a deep look at his stats, played like absolute shit. Like he completed 41% of his passes. Look at that. That's awful. He didn't even get a touchdown. He just passed it to this guy. He passed it to Pollard. Not that guy. Tony Pollard. Um and yeah, this was just an awful showing by both teams. Now, in terms of total yards, 49ers, they had a bit more. But it was just, man, it was just bad. 49ers also missed their field goal. They missed it. They missed their kick. And that would have tied up the game at that point. And then the Titans might have been in a different headspace. But the Titans won, which is crazy to me. Both teams just performed bad. I was very disappointed with them. But yeah, that's what happened. So that's what happened. These are I got 4.5 out of 6 of my predictions correct. Keep forgetting that ties. I should have probably predicted some ties because there's no overtime. So my overall takeaways is that the quarterback depth is really strong for the Cardinals. I really like Really like how they look. They've been putting up like 27, 30 points. Their offense is really underrated. They've got like a pretty middle of the road offense. It's not as bad as people like to make it out to be. Bengals have good depth too. I'd say probably just as good as the Cardinals. Everybody else kind of doesn't. Cardinals Raiders was a really fun game to watch. I'm glad I tuned into that one after I quit this one. I quit the Lions Bengals one. Chargers played pretty well. The Cardinals played pretty well, and even the Raiders, who lost, played pretty well. Everyone else just kind of played bad. Well, the Steelers played okay. The Steelers played all decent. Aller did lock in. Drew Aller locked in. Yes, good boy. But Colts played bad. Patriots played bad. Texans played awful. Titans played interesting, but I just don't see a future for them. I don't even see them. I don't see them making playoffs. 49ers did pretty interesting. Packers started off fine. They have a kicker now, and Jordan Love looks good. So the Packers got pretty good news out of their 19-point loss tonight. But their secondary's cooked, but I mean not secondary, but their second string is cooked, but they're looking good. Jordan Love is looking pretty good. The Steelers weren't playing with a good defense though. That's the thing that makes it a little different. And then the Lions Bengals both played bad. So yeah, the Colts, Patriots, Texans, 49ers, Titans, Steelers, Bengals, and Lions all played just bad. Just straight bad. So yeah, this is my video on how well each team did, and just a little recap of what happened. So yeah. Peace.